This was my first YouTube video in 2023, and this is one of my most recent YouTube videos. I've been posting on YouTube for the last 365 days, and these are 5 key things I've learned. And the crazy thing is, most of these things are not being taught anywhere, but they play pivotal roles in the performance of your videos. If you're planning on starting a YouTube channel or you're already posting on YouTube, you want to pay very close attention to every single detail I'll be revealing in this video. So the first thing you need to understand is monetization before being monetized. That's what I call it. Because one of the myths that most people believe when they start a YouTube channel is the only way you can be paid on YouTube is by being monetized by YouTube. And the way you can monetize on YouTube is not what I'll tell you here. You can get it on ChatGPT. It's basically with AdSense, affiliate programs. But you can't get these things except you've built a certain kind of brand or community. So other companies won't come to pay you to promote their products if you still have like 30 something followers. So what I want to tell you how to do is, you don't need to have like 1,000 followers before you monetize. You monetize yourself. Oh, come on, you don't need to wait for the platform to monetize you. And how can you do this? You have a product, and I believe I'm talking to young business owners, because the mistake most people make is they lost a train of thought there. But the mistake most people make is, I got it back. The mistake most people make is you just start creating content because you were either motivated to do it, or you heard that YouTube is the new online bank, the new oil money. You have to have a reason you're doing something, because if you don't, you will not be able to stay long enough in that industry. So if you started posting on YouTube because your friends started posting on YouTube, you don't have a concrete reason. You wake up on days that you're dry of content, you don't know what to talk about. What will keep you going on those days? So you need to have a concrete reason. And as a business owner, it's not a motivational reason. Come on, you need to have a product you sell. So I usually tell young business owners, before you start creating on YouTube, before you start creating content as a whole, except you just want to be a content creator and just create for the fun of it. But if you don't want to be frustrated along the line, it's because you're seeing rewards from it. So if you need to have a product. Now, this product, what problem does it solve? You have to outline that. What problem does this product solve? And of course, the solution. How is it going to be relevant in the marketplace? Who is this product supposed to be for? What problem is it solving, and who is it solving that problem for? So once you have this down, your duty now is to create content around that product. So you're no more the kind of person that comes on YouTube and you're saying 4 ways to grow on YouTube, 4 ways to edit videos, yada, 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 yada. And you just want to do it so that you create content for people, or you're doing it so that you would build your YouTube channel. It doesn't work that way. Everything you do needs to be strategic, right? So I'll let you in on my own, what I did before. As I'm recording this video, I don't think I've hit 1,000 followers on Yay. Oh my God, man. Guys. And I know what it's okay. Let me just continue. So as I'm recording this video, I don't think I have up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, but I've made a certain amount of income for myself. And I'll tell you how. You have a product you want to sell to people, right? And the content you're creating should be informing, and basically the content you create on YouTube should be to attract these people who would have interest in what you're selling. So if you're selling a product that builds offers for business owners, you need to create content that attracts business owners, teaching how to scale, how to post, how to interact with people, how to find your customer avatar. Your content should relate. Your content at the very basic, at the very essence, should be to attract people who would become potential buyers. So this is what I usually do at the end of if you watch my videos, you notice that I have a product already. I created a live webinar for it. So a live webinar, or a VSL, a video sales letter, is basically a video where you explain everything about your product. Now, you didn't go, you're not like saying you give content and then you're not telling them to buy. Like, anybody that's clicking on that video knows that probably they might make payments after this video. So the duty of that particular video is to explain every single thing about your product. And you can now do the urgency, the offer building, the offer stacking, the scarcity, money back. That's where that VSL is where everything is being done. So if you want to learn how to create an offer, I recorded a video about it. It should be on my YouTube channel. I'll link it somewhere on this video. So if you want to, when you have that VSL, upload it on your YouTube and leave it there, right? Now, this is what you do. You create valuable content, of course, for the customer avatar, your potential buyer. And then at the end of every YouTube video, you just link that particular VSL. You could say things like, if you're a business owner, you've been struggling with sales, you want to increase your sales. I recorded a video, a 30-minute video, a 15-minute video, where I explained X, Y, Z. If you want to have access to that video, I'll link it in the description. Go and watch it and do what's needful. Now, when people are saying, oh, I got a viral video on YouTube, most of them complain that, oh, YouTube did not monetize this video, they didn't pay me well, I just made 99 cents from it. I saw someone literally had like 10,000 views. Probably it's a situation on their own, but you're no more, if you get a viral video on YouTube, you're not rejoicing. You might get monetized, you make money from AdSense, but if you have 350,000 views on a video, at the very least 12,000 people would go and carry out that action you gave them at the end of the video. Do you understand? So if 12,000 people visit your VSL, that's a truckload of traffic. You definitely make sales, right? Depending on the product you're selling, 3K, 4K, 5, whatever it is. So if you want to start on YouTube, don't join all these people that are saying 10 days challenge. You are a business owner, you're not a content creator. Do you understand? You need to draw that line. Most business owners come and they think, oh, I need to create something that, is trendy, they will relate to it. No, your duty here is you're a business owner who uses content to promote your business. It's as simple as that. So if you want to create anything entertaining, inspirational, motivational, educating, it should all tie back to your content, to your product, to your business. Ope will never come and jump on a trend because it's trending. If at all they jump on a trend, you would see how they'll finally tie it back to their bank. They'll finally tie it back to something related to their business. That's the mindset I want you to have, right? So that's the first thing, monetization before you become monetized. So the second thing you need to understand is thumbnails. Now, I see a lot of people, when you're starting out, you're like, hey, I'm starting out. They understand that I don't have good thumbnails. I cannot hire a graphic designer. I can't get like good thumbnails. Most of all my thumbnails, every single thumbnail on my YouTube channel were designed by me. I spent hours trying to design like these thumbnails. There's no excuse. There's Canva. Canva is free. At least if you can get a very reasonable thumbnail with the free version of Canva. So what I did was, I went on YouTube. If I made a video about 5 traits as a man, I went on YouTube, searched for it. The best performing videos, I took screenshots of their thumbnails. The one that I liked the most or the one that I feel performed more. I took a screenshot, imported it into Canva, and I started building that particular thumbnail from scratch. Literally. So I had my headshot already. I'll start building it from scratch. Oh, they put circle here. Oh, they put this text here. They did this one. It's red, it's yellow. I'll just put it and reduce the transparency. Then start like overlaying everything on top of it. Now, it takes time. Of course, there are some days I would spend 2 hours just designing a particular thumbnail. There was in a period I started designing like 2, 3, 4 thumbnails to test, which is very important. If you have the time, you should also do that. You should test thumbnails that perform well, because it's not used again that thumbnails play a pivotal role in how your videos come out. Thumbnails are like your ID card. Now, your thumbnails and your titles, those two things. And then there's this it's not new again, but there's this YouTube feature where if they hover their mouse on your video, at least the first 2 seconds or first 3 seconds of your video plays without the sound. So these are like 3 things you need. I think I'll still talk about that. You need to pay attention to. But at the very core, don't say, oh, I'm starting on YouTube. Let me just create any random thumbnail. Put in as much effort as you put into your videos. Give that effort, give that attention to your thumbnails. It's not simple, but I've just given you a trick, right? Model other people, still like an artist. Model other top performing thumbnails and implement them on your own YouTube thumbnails. The third lesson I learned was hooks and call to action. Now, I didn't see this as relevant until I started watching podcasts. And you notice that podcasts, every single podcast, the good ones, before they start that particular video, there's this hook, like rapid fire session, right? They just bring out like highlight sections of the particular video, clip all of them together, join it, and then give it very mad ass edits. That is to hook you, that's to get your attention. And that's to give you like an overview, a brief overview of what you're going to expect in the video. Now, I thought that, oh, YouTube video, there's no need to do that now. You just start your YouTube video. Hello, guys. It's me again. Welcome to my YouTube channel. That worked for people in the past. That worked 10 years ago. We are in 2025. That doesn't work anymore. You don't introduce yourself as your hook. Now you can introduce yourself in the middle of your video or after you've done your hook. Of course, for new people that are new viewers, but if you are starting a YouTube video, start with a hook. Now, if you see when before I started this video, you saw that I literally read out the script. I used a script for my hook. If it comes to that, you need to implement it. Okay, if it comes to using scripts for your hooks, I give so much attention to my hooks. I'm freestyling this video now, but I literally wrote down the hook I wanted to use for the video so that I just spill it out and I've gotten your attention. I can now start delivering value. So give as much attention to your hooks. And call to actions. I used to feel big before. I used to say, oh, I'm giving value in the video. There's no need to beg them to subscribe, until I checked my analytics and I saw I think 80% of viewers were non-subscribers and about 30% were subscribers. So people are heavily gaining value from you. They love your videos. They are doing everything, but for some reason, they just forget to subscribe. It's your duty to remind them to subscribe, right? Towards the ending of your video, or you could have all these clips that just do the like and subscribe and notification icon towards, you can just put it specific sections of your video. So it's your duty to give them a call to action. Like this video, subscribe, you have to do it. It's not like a cliche YouTuber slang. You have to do it if you want to see reasonable increase in your follower count or your subscriber count. The fourth lesson I learned was repurposing. So I don't want to go deep into this because it's a whole topic on its own. But basically, right now I'm building on LinkedIn, YouTube, and also other social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And a point came where it was overwhelming for me. I was like, oh, how can I build on all these platforms? It's exhausting, right? It's brain draining. At the point will come, you'll be like, you just don't know what to do. But this was the trick I started using. Now, LinkedIn is known for long form posts, right? If you're building your personal brand on all these platforms, that means you have a specific topic, you have specific content pillars: personal branding, marketing, sales, personal development, life, philosophy. You have content pillars that are very prominent in some platforms, are not as prominent in other platforms. LinkedIn is known for long form posts. So I literally give all my energy and time on my LinkedIn posts. When I create it, I do everything. Then my YouTube videos are now off those LinkedIn posts. So if I talked about 5 ways to scale your five ways to 5x your sales in 30 days, if I gave a full breakdown on my LinkedIn post, that's my next YouTube video. And then from your YouTube video, you clip it shorts. It's work on its own. Most people still use all these AI tools. I've not seen a particular AI tool that can split accurately the way I want it. It does all these random clips. So you should do it on your own. Your long YouTube video, clip it into shorts, bring out highlights, upload it on TikTok, upload it on Instagram, upload it on Facebook. Okay, so that's for repurposing. You need to understand that you can build on a lot of platforms at once with this strategy until you get a team that can now manage your whole social media presence. But for now, this is the best strategy to use. The last lesson I learned was, when I learned this lesson, I had like an aha moment, because I understood that I'm no more showing up on YouTube to just post. You need to understand, have a full roadmap of what you want, the results you want to get on YouTube. So this is the way I did mine. You have to have growth content and nurture content. Growth content is for new people. Nurture content is for those that are already subscribers. So nurture content might not perform as well. You just need to understand that from my experience, nurture content does not perform as well because I appeal to business owners, young business owners. Now, they might be much, but not compared to young people as a whole. So my growth content could be videos like how to be a man, 7 traits to become ultra successful, 7 lessons I learned in my teens. These are growth content. These are contents that appeal to a vast majority, right? Now I do this growth content to increase my subscriber base, to increase my viewership, right? And then nurture content is now specific content. You need to create nurture content, specific content to call out. Now, 1,000 people watched your growth content, 100 of them subscribed. 100 out of 100 of them, there might be like 10 business owners. Now you need to create content that will keep them on your platform, on your channel. That's where you create nurture content. Like you can now create specific content about that particular your product or what appeals to these people. Okay, so brief overview. Your growth content is to attract more viewers, to grow your community base. And then nurture content is for those who are there already. Nurture content is basically for those who can now pay you money, basically, because it's kind of hard to charge a stranger for money. But someone who has interacted with your content 3 4 times, they've gained value, they've implemented it, they got results, it's not going to be hard to sell to them. So that's what nurture content is about. Okay, whatever it is for you, just understand that you need to grow on 2 sides. Those that are just, there are people that will just watch your videos from now to the next 10 years, they'll never pay you a dime, but they are getting money, but they are getting value. While others, they just need to watch like 3 4 of your videos and you hit the nail on the head, and they are making payments to you for your offer, for your services, or for your products. So you need to understand this and optimize towards it, right? I believe I've helped you in this video. So if you're a young business owner and you've been struggling with sales, I spent 60 minutes with young business owners, young entrepreneurs like you, where I showed them exactly how to 5x their sales in 30 days and how I made 100 sales in a day and kept my products ranking #1 on Stakeout for 6 months straight. The feedback I've gotten from that session has been mind-blowing. So I'll link the video in the description. If you want to gain access to that video, if you want to understand and learn what they learned, I'll link the video in the description. Watch it and I believe it will definitely help you. Now, if you got value from this video, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. That's my call to action for you. Share this video with just 3 of your friends. No more, no less. As always, where you are right now, it's not your final destination. I shall meet you at the top. But for now, Working and Represent. God bless.